You know, as parents, we always want to make sure our kids are in a safe environment. And summer is here, and our kids are going to be out playing in the sun and swimming in the ocean or pool. But as we all know, there are many hazards that come along with the enjoyments of summer. Joining us today is Dr. Arnie Abreu from the Children's Hospital of St. Peter's University Hospital with more on how we can keep our kids safe. First of all, Doc, thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, good morning, CJ.
Hey, you know, in summertime, what are some of the illnesses that we commonly see in the summer?
Well, in the summer, you still see kids that are prone to asthma having their exacerbations or flare-ups, especially when they're outside. There's pollen, dust. You can also see little pockets of stomach viruses developing here and there, and that's pretty contagious.
And when it comes to, you have illness, you have injuries, what do you see in terms of injuries at the pediatric emergency department in the summertime where you guys are?
Obviously, we see kids that are sunburned, falls in playgrounds. They're out riding their bicycles, their scooters, so they tend to get hurt playing sports as well. And a lot of these can be preventable with a little bit of forethought.
And speaking of prevention, I know we have some information for our viewers about some of the things that can happen. Now, what we need to do, hydration, sun protection, pretty interesting stuff. But, insect bite precaution. Sometimes you don't think about that. You put on the sunscreen, but why is it important to do that?
Well, you want to protect against certain insect bites, particularly tick bites. If your child tends to be particularly sensitive to mosquito bites, obviously using an insect repellent that contains DEET would be a good idea. Also, if your child is allergic or has anaphylactic reactions to bee stings, you need to make sure that your EpiPen or the child's EpiPen is readily available.
The last note on that board, don't leave kids in car alone. How many times do you see that?
We see that, unfortunately, every year. And it still happens. We need to remind everyone and keep it in our minds that you never ever leave a child in a car, especially in the summer. The inside temperature can rapidly zoom above 100 within a matter of a few minutes, and that could be fatal.
That's Dr. Arnie Abreu, and thank you so much for some great information. Really, remember, listen to what the doctor said. Never, never, never leave your kids in a car alone.